Enjoyed your lunch and it's not time to sleep. So we have a role play. So the role play is to shut down, not the session, is the internet shutdown role play. We are going to get started. So now we are going to make a group that's like in totally 5 groups we are going to make. So which stakeholder group that you belongs? We have like in 5 stakeholders. The stakeholder 1 is the government and regulatory body. The second stakeholder is the law and order agency. The third one is civil society and general public. The fourth goes to technical community, and the fifth is business community. Just listen to me now. Based upon your field, let's make a group here.
So who wants to in the civil society?
So those who wants to be into the civil society, please come to this corner fast. We are not supposed to sit here. We have to be proactive here. Come on. So the civil society people, please go that side. And we have here the law and order agency. Law and order, please come here. Fast, fast, fast. We don't have time. We already extra 10 minutes ate with our lunch. Government and regulatory body. So government is at the center. Please come. I know many techies are here. Technical community. And the business guys. Business guys. So the business community is going to be here.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Hello.
Yeah. Please hold this. Yeah. Jai, you are leading this. Yeah, Parvez. You can learn. So no need to stay back at the same. Come here. The experts are here. Law and order agency. Some of them can come here and come and join. Feel free. It's time to learn, right? Come on.
Yeah, others. See, technical community overloaded, yeah.
Guys, day to day you'll spend a lot of time with technology. Come on, let's go to the government, what the government will discuss to understand. It's the time, right? Come on, we don't have time. Move around. Law and order, few of them can join. It's from technical, some more. Krupa, go. Ajiji, come. You're technical, I know that.
Government body,
Come.
here. Come.
Even we have a good strength there. Enough. They're good guys. Government is good. Law and order. Business. Okay, now we are done with the grouping. So we have a civil society and general public, we have law and order agency, we have a government, we have a technical community, and we have business community. Listen now. From your team, you have to choose one representative who is strong. Okay? So choose one representative, we'll get started. We'll give you an idea what the role play it is now.
Silent please. We have the groupings, civil society, government, law and order, business community, and one more technical community. So we are going to play a role play model game on the internet shutdowns. So what is internet shutdown role play? To create a space for stakeholders to understand the internet shutdowns, discuss pros and cons, and collectively arrive at a practical solution minimizes the disruptions due to the internet shutdowns. You understood the concept behind the internet shutdowns and how the stakeholder consultation will be done. Each stakeholder will come to the next one. The duration of the whole session is 1 hour.
60 minutes, there will be a multiple task to do within that 60 minutes. You have to be fast. We had lunch, we have a lot of energy.
इसमें आओ जमात में चिल्ला के बोलो
So, listen carefully, this is much more important. As Govindji has explained about the internet shutdown objective, there is a ZATMAT, there is a region, okay? ZATMAT is a place, there is a region, consider. In that region, there is a news, is like something is going on. So, intelligence services have obtained credible information about and prospective terrorist actions in the ZATMAT region. Sorry for that. And misinformation is going around. We know that a lot of misinformation is keep on happening in our social media about the new virus is coming up, not our corona COVID one. It's like in rapidly spreading throughout this ZATMAT region. And the third one more thing is happening because of the impending elections. The administration is taking a very measure to ensure the peaceful electoral process. So these are the things happening in this ZATMAT region. So due to this observation, so attention, the news is coming up now. Attention guys, the news is there. It's most important to understand the news very properly to play accordingly. The news is...
Oh. News. Good morning, viewers. Breaking news coming up. According to the reliable sources, law enforcement agencies have recommended a precautionary internet shutdown in Jatmat region on October X due to the deteriorating law and order situation. The government, in a recent press release, stressed the need to prioritize public safety and protect critical infrastructure. A decision regarding the internet shutdown will be made after careful consideration of potential risks.
So the more important point here is a decision regarding the internet shutdown will be made. It's not made yet, will be made after careful consideration of potential risk and also based upon the thought from the stakeholders. Now it's your time to discuss. We will be having what the government is thinking of like this, right? So now each and every stakeholders has to come up their perspective. We have 5 minutes?
5 minutes each for discussion among your group.
So what you need to do is there any benefits of doing the internet shutdown? If you have, you can come up. If you have any challenges, no, this is not supposed to happen, you can come up. So the government can tell their perspective, the land order can tell their perspective, businessmen, oh no, it's impacting my business a lot. So you can come in that perspective. We have 5 minutes, choose your representative.
No, we should show the business impact, like percentage of GDP.
They're going to take a decision now. Suppose it shut down. Is it okay to shut down? That's the question now.
Yeah, so
You have to say no.
GDP will get impact.
You have to say no.
Yeah, by supporting that, GDP will get lost. Any number of days. We're all on it. And secondly, like even if they
We have 3 minutes more.
We have said told the government that they can decide someone each party. Hear them out and then cross check whatever.
You are the government.
Medical, business. oppose why they want to do it. That's what the plan is.
We have 2 more minutes.
Like from our business side, we say the business shut down completely.
Don't say the number, say billions of too much.
Last 1 minute more.
You're over? एक मिनट और 25
Okay,
सुनो,
so
25 तक दे देते हैं.
listen, time up. So now government has came up with few things. Government has decided government needs some inputs from the law and order, from the technical community, all those things. So that's the reason I'm just handovering to the government what they are going to tell.
Right. So the government has considered the situation at hand, knowing that misinformation spreads faster than anything else. We have the power under temporary suspension rules as well as 163, which is erstwhile 144 CRPC, to impose the internet shutdown. However, we just want to consult the law and the other agencies once before imposing it. So the government has decided to impose internet shutdown. The reason for that is that right of internet is not a fundamental right as of now. Only the right to work through online mode under Article 19(1)(g) is a fundamental right. Now, the only exception to Article 19(1)(g), there are many reasonable restrictions. One of that is public order. Now, public order and national security have been explained in the plethora of Supreme Court judgments. Now, this is a national security situation which is much higher than a public order situation. Considering the same, the government has decided to impose the internet shutdown. Yes, we want to take the inputs of law and other agencies. In the meanwhile, other civil society organizations, the technical, others will also be contacted. However, considering the gravity of the situation, as of now, we just want to contact the law and other agencies.
But you have to consult the others also.
So government is telling that they are going to impose the internet shutdown and they want the input from the law and order, from the other stakeholders also. They are going to get in touch to take their inputs.
So you take the input from here. Your input.
So we are recommending an internet shutdown, and the law and enforcement's and the law and order team is recommending this because we have 2-3 reasons. First, we are not sure what kind of terror attack it will be. We are worried that it might be a threat to our critical infrastructure. Let's say the power grid attack on our power grid, which has been on rise in a neighboring country. The second reason is we have our security already deployed for the election duty, so we are already thin on force. So we don't want to take an additional risk when it comes to internet threat. The third is a recommendation that we are giving to the government to work with the technical expert team and come with a way so that critical health infrastructure like hospital can have active servers and all while we shut down other internet services for others.
So at this stage, with whom you want to interact?
The government.
No, government is interacting, consulted you. Technique, yeah.
So
go-
it's that time now. So if anyone wants, the technical team want to understand what's the business community's requirements and all, you can interact internally. I mean, between the other stakeholders as well. So we have 5 minutes.
You want
you
to-
want to
Come.
So the thing is, we are the technical community. Obviously, we have to. Yeah, we have to like first do an investigation.
Can be louder?
We have to do an investigation on the like the fake news that is being like shared online, and for that we can actually use a keyword filtering on the internet, and for that we want to ask for more like resources infrastructure, yeah, from the government, so that we can have like more resources that will be like very much useful than the shutdown, because like as the other team said, the health infrastructure, it will be affected like very bad if we shut down the internet even for a day.
So, business, you have any points for now, or else you want to interact with the other stakeholders as well? You have, yeah, please. Sorry.
So from the business perspective, we feel that
Everybody
the
listen.
yeah.
Guys, listen to business impact.
Yeah, the business community feels that we should limit economic loss because when the same thing happened in 2019 to 21, the shutdowns cost like 20 billion just for a few days. It costs such a big loss. So we should try to minimize it. And mission critical businesses should continue, of course. And supply chains shouldn't stop. And we feel that the pros, we were thinking what could be the pros is, first of all, we are securing the customer base, and the Harmony will make sure that business continues after the shutdown finishes. And also the local small businesses will still get business, you know, so that's also a good point we felt. The suggestion that we have for the government is that higher social impact sites and services should be stopped, whereas like, you know, critical ones like UPI and things that we really need, those should be kept, you know, those should still work.
Please.
Okay, so you have some of the inputs and we have your own thoughts as well. So meanwhile, let me check the civil society, the general public, what they want.
So the civil society.
Louder.
Okay. So the civil society believes that the order for internet shutdown cannot be just passed blank in a blanket way without there being the grounds of necessity and proportionality in it, which is something that the Supreme Court also upheld in Anuradha versus Union of India. While it is being said in the news that the government has credible information or some intel about terrorism, we do not exactly know the source of that information or whether the government has taken all action to test the veracity of this information. So how do we know that this internet shutdown, this blanket internet shutdown on a particular day will solve all the problems that the government is bringing up? How is this proportionate to the problem that the government is citing is something that the civil society would like to raise.
Good. So now we ask them to meet each other.
So each and every of the stakeholders have their own thoughts. Okay, now the government wants to discuss with you all. They may call for the discussion. Government wants to talk with the technical community, or as government wants to talk to the business community as well. So what's the impact? What are all the challenges they may face and all? You can call and you can call them and have a discussion. We will be having like in 10 minutes of time for this, and then the representative from each stakeholder will come and give their perspectives.
Pressure on government. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so why this kind of yeah, it's strange, so like it's different. Sorry, we have
should also kind any business. It's a creation of business which is like sharing the perspective with the
It can be a kirana shop or a large anything. So it's just a cumulative.
You're half covered up.
Actually, if you put your structure back on them, right, that's when they will think about tax rebate. So I think we should do that. Another point for inSIG the law, then we detriment the executive and you can bring out the example of like small and medium size and how they can distribute from like a big contract. So we also ask the government to think about whether they can like limit the time or like whether they can limit those yeah, you can bring in the core data point during the yeah, some random because it's a good and it's a random country. Yeah, random place 500 crore per day.
Or maybe like coordinating on the particular area rather than the entire
Shut down social network
keeping the essential websites with the businesses or which are not there in the law and order
So I think all of us
cyber commandos
We call the reference. Okay, cool. Law and order, who is going to represent? Oh, you already sent for discussion. Cool.
activating the shutdown when it returns
we have a couple of points. So while the lockdown during COVID had a massive impact, slower internet speeds so that people are not able yeah, just the point another point. Like we said that like one of the reasons, another reason why the internet was shut down is to combat misinformation. She gave an answer. Did they say that? Yeah. So for that you can also add a point saying that there should be other means to combat misinformation. Maybe a press release, like some sort of government notification. I think that shutting down the internet to combat misinformation should be very
also
One person from your team will go to represent there. We will the representative final perspective will give based on your perspective. Last the government will take decision and the government will.
So you want to go?
You want to inform
You understood now, right? But we are sending
sending. So business.
yeah, business representing enterprises will be different.
your mind should be like we don't want to complete shutdown because business is getting affected. That's the key, number one. Number two, rest our clients.
Customer base also. So it should be that
So later we should make a business of it. Decision suggestion we are giving. Decision making is with government.
So we have time over now. Time over. 3 minutes के हो गया. अच्छा थोड़ा टाइम बढ़ा देंगे.
Don't look at it here. Whatever you know, no, take it here and talk.
What are you gonna like? What are your key points of view? First point is that and the other thing is that small will benefit. And then the second one was that
You can read it.
yeah, but the second one should depend the timing of the shutdown. Even if you have, there should be like otherwise it should be a prolonged shutdown. Like what's happening in the
Yeah, certain hours. Maybe we don't know, right?
lower internet and yeah, and even in the SM,
So the essentials will continue to run.
yeah,
When you are
targeted ads, yeah, and even combating
लोगों को पूछ रहा हम लोग कि क्या करने का है, करना क्या?
Last minute more. Last minute. Last minute.
कहाँ है?
Okay, time's up. Time up, guys. Civil, law and order, government, time up. So technical, business. Guys, it's time up.
One representative here, sit there. Who has to speak?
Okay, now, so from each stakeholder, one of your representative has to come here. Let me call first the representative from the civil society. So who will be the representative from civil society? Please come in. Fast. You guys not decided? Civil society, come in. And the next will be the law and order. Who is the representative? Please. Law and order, the last. Law and order. So the next will be from the business. Who is the representative? Business. And the technical community. Who is the representative? And the one who have more flexibility, flexible chair is government. Who is that? Come on. Who is the representative from government who is going to enjoy the flexible chair? All gave your inputs, lot of discussions happened in between the stakeholders. Now your representatives are here. So each representative will be having 3 minutes max. Okay. So first the civil society will give their perspective what it is, followed by who's that? Followed by the business community will tell, and then the technical community give their perspective, and then finally the law order will tell. So based on all these perspective, the government will tell what they are going to do it. Let's listen from them. You introduce yourself, name, and which community you are representing.
Hi, I'm Tithi Niyogi and I am representing the civil society group. So the civil society believes that in this present situation, by imposing a blanket internet shutdown, the government is going to neglect freedom of speech and expression. And while the government may come up with a response that freedom of speech and expression is not absolute, the civil society would like to remind the government that the restrictions on freedom of speech and expressions, restrictions on any fundamental right will have to be reasonable. And there has been a Supreme Court judgment, as mentioned earlier, which says that any internet shutdown order has to be tested on the grounds of necessity and proportionality. In the past, there have been precedents where the government has used very idiosyncratic grounds to impose internet shutdowns in places incidents of cheating in examinations have been used as a ground to impose internet shutdowns. And we as civil society, we would like to ensure, that the government does not impose any internet shutdowns without there being very credible sources of information on whether internet shutdown is the right way to go on tackling this particular situation. Thank you.
Myself Harish Shah, I'm just representing the business community. Going completely shut down may affect the small and medium enterprises. So instead of shutting the internet down completely, we can have some hours of internet, working internet, and then or else shutting down for some days may be fine for the business, and we are just asking for the government for providing the subsidy or else tax exemptions. So as our business is not functioning at that time, so we can manage that, and yeah. So instead of shutting down completely, we can reduce the speed a little bit, so that the website, most of the websites will cover that. And then last thing, we can shutting down some of the major, social media websites like that, YouTube entertaining websites, and keeping the medical delivery, some important sites should be active. So that would be a good solution. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Rupam. I am representing the technical community, and it's really nice to see that the business is the business community is having the same thought as us. So we are suggesting the government to ask the ISPs to block specific websites, and for the time they want to decide. We are not telling them for how much time they want to shut down the internet. They can ask the ISPs to block. Let's say I don't want Facebook or TikTok in our country. So they can ask the ISPs, and what the ISP will do is block the prepaid and then postpaid and then the LAN connections in the internet. Because if we shut down the total internet, people can't use UPI and the health sector and very critical infrastructure. There will also be a lot of money issue, and yeah, this is what we have to say.
So I am Adrian representing the law and order section. As per our sources, the threat is true, and we cannot disclose the sources for the sake of nation's security. However, we recommend an internet shutdown, but we will try to ensure that the essential services that are provided to the civil society will not be restricted at any point. We will support the essential services that are provided to the civil society.
So before we take this decision, I just have some questions I wanted to ask the the stakeholders, if that's fine by everyone. So I'll start with civil society. You said that there is no credible source. We don't know whether the sources are credible, which is why you're saying that, yeah, that there has to be a reasonable restriction in necessity and proportionality. Now that you've heard law and order say that, those are legitimate sources and due to security reasons, they can't really disclose who it is, what suggestion do you have to go forward?
So the civil society believes that this imposition of an internet shutdown through an order, this is primarily to curb the spread of misinformation. But the civil society would like to ask is, what is the government exactly doing? What is the law and enforcement exactly doing to curb terrorism or to curb whatever activities you are trying to prevent? Because the internet shutdown order is basically to prevent people from spreading information or rather misinformation. But what steps are being taken to tackle the actual problem and not the misinformation?
We don't have much time, so I just have two more questions. You guys are saying essential services. What comes under essential services?
So like UPI services, yeah.
Where you can use message they're saying.
Yeah, we can use it, and like medicine delivery, medicine delivery websites, and essential food deliveries like that.
What is food essential? Would Zomato come under essential or would it come under? Would like Instamart be essential or would like
Anyone, I mean, instead of having Swiggy, Zomato, and done, I mean, instead of having a lot of things, like we can access only one.
you can no, but would you? So what they're saying is you take down certain ISPs, right? Do we take down the Swiggy part or do we take down the Instamart part? What do we take down as an essential? The Swiggy part comes down as an essential, Instamart stays. Okay, technically, you can still use phones and SMSs to spread misinformation and like if it's a terror attack. What do you suggest then?
Yeah, actually, like the phone services is like not related to internet. Yeah, you can if the internet is shut down. No, like if you have shut down the internet, you can still use phone.
Yeah, so why are we shutting down internet and not phone and SMS?
So actually, like the thing is, if we shut down the internet, there will be a lot of revenue stoppage. And
You can still call in case orders.
no, we are saying that let's say I want to send hate speech, and
That you can still send on SMS. If no one's stopping you from sending it on SMS, right?
yeah, but the reach of the social media is far more than the SMS thing.
Law and order, you recommend shutdown again essential. I'm assuming it's the same reason for essential service. Okay. So given everything, is that mic better? So given all the discussion that we've had as well as the facts before us, and upon consultation with the government and regulatory authorities before, we have decided that there will be an internet shutdown for about 36 hours at this point of time, and subject to, upon 36 hours there'll be a review of the situation, and subject to that we'll be taking further decisions. Essential services should not be impacted, and we will make sure that police authorities are also there to ensure that there are no issues with supply chain and everything. And as for technical, you'd said partial shutdown, so it's 36 hours for now. It's really not, we're a small place, it's really not feasible ki sabka matlab we'll take down ISPs completely. That's a completely...
We are not saying ISP, we have to instruct you have to instruct the ISP to shut down those services.
It's okay, we're not doing that. And civil society, like we said, we're shutting it down for 36 hours. Upon 36 hours, there'll be a review of the situation. And if it gets better, we assure you that we're not going to be completely authoritarian in that manner. And if the situation's better, we'll do a review and see whether the thing can be lifted or not. Is that fine? Is everyone here okay? Is everyone in the room okay? Cool.
One minute. So now the floor is open for any questions from these multi-stakeholder community. Yeah. Many questions. And you specify whom you want to ask.
Others,
last.
Hello.
First of all, technical community wants. First of all, technical community should change their representative. Okay. So we should not. You have not explained to the government that how internet shutdown actually works. Okay, and that is what would have changed the perspective of the law and order or the government. I think that was one point which you could have included. Thank you.
Thanks. So I am representing the what do you call IT. So yeah, technical committee. So one thing is you asked that SMS as well. SMS related, not related to the internet. SMS is the GSM. Internet is a data. So if you are shut down the internet, it's a data. It's okay. thing. SMS easily you can whether you switch off the tower, it will be disconnected. Based on the tower, they spread the message. For example, if you are spreading message in about in Bangalore, you can switch off to the region of the Bangalore. Second things, if you are shut down the internet, it will be affected the entire country, not for the respect to region. One thing. Second thing, if you are shut down the internet, most of the traffic light are based on the network connectivity. What will happen? Traffic again already Bangalore traffic is jam. It's make more. So essential things, even everyone essential things will be affected whether you are shut down in the internet. So no, that's why I can. Yeah, that's why we are telling internet shutdown is not recommended, but we are saying you have to filter whether you are using the keywords. So there are two things. One is false positive and true negative. So based on news, you have to filter the keywords. So what are the keywords they are using while spreading the message? So based on the message, we can filter and we can block the respective IPs. Yes. Yeah, filtering keywords. No, not us. Whether you people are using the hate speech, like spreading them related to the virus matters. So if the government already know their stories, right? They know what other people are spreading the news. So you can block the keyword. So you are blocking the keyword mean the message is not broadcasting to others. No, it's possible. Actually, in the Sri Lanka, we are doing. While you are using the Facebook, if you are using the hate speech, post will be deleted first time. Second time delete. Third time delete. Fourth time account will be banned. No, not like that. No. You are in a different area. Not like because we had experience.
Sir, I've been waiting. I was the one who asked first. I'm not being heard. Let's go.
I mean, this is not the first time. I mean, I have not been, I've continuously been raising my hand, but I don't know what's wrong with my perspective. That's fine. Yeah, maybe. I'll try to correct it tomorrow. Right. See, the first thing is we are already discussing whether it should be a blanket ban or a partial ban. But the question of whether a ban is really required is not addressed and adequately discussed yet. Both the legal team and the government, would you please clarify? Yes.
Okay, wait. I'll just tell something, then you just answer both of them. So basically, we are telling UPI services should continue, but we know during such situations, through UPI only we give money, and that's also a way to reach out to people, right? So I think government should have something. If a transaction is happening a lot through an account, and even government has some flagged accounts, right? So I think during this situation, when it's like terrorist situation, government should monitor the flagged account as well as wherever the transaction is more, wherever the money is flowing more, you should see through those accounts through law and yours. Yeah.
Government, one more question.
To me, the role play looking at this government is already pre-planned to shut down. That's what it looks to me actually. It is okay, but you have not heard everybody. But you said already we decided that is that's my the observation. But the question is to the technical community. That's what we are discussing. But even you shut down, terrorists use VPN, other way of connecting it. Do you have any plan to arrest that also? I think that's a team discussion. From here, we wanted to hear that out.
Yes. We have selected you.
You guys have enough.
So the
If we come with your real ID.
Yeah.
No, he has to answer uske baad.
So, like if you shut down, let's say, we have 3 ISPs in our country. We have Airtel, Jio, and some other one. If the government has to first instruct them to shut down the internet, they will do it. But if I'm using something else, which the government does not know about, or I am using let's say Starlink. You can actually connect through Starlink and use VPNs and stuff to reach the websites you want to spread the
बिजनेस बोले हम संभाल लेंगे तुम्हारा दरकार बिजनेस ठीक है सब्सिडी मांग लिया उसका काम ही नहीं है
you can actually do that.
कम्युनिटी जैसे ही लग रहा है सरकार मुझे सरकार जैसे ही लग रहा है civil society
Yeah. So I just wanted to talk to the government for a while. No. You were talking about how SMSs could still spread misinformation. It was rightly pointed out. The point is that when you try to curb misinformation in high tension situations, you want to sort of curb the speed. तो मिसइन्फॉर्मेशन तो लोगों के थ्रू भी हो जाएगा. आई कैन स्प्रेड मिसइन्फॉर्मेशन इवन इफ यू जैम द फोन्स एंड नॉट अलाउ SMSs. But speed in the reach of internet platforms is much higher than any other mode. Like if I call you, the misinformation will take more time, right? The second would be content complexity. Like I can share videos of things hitting the roof, which would not be possible otherwise in SMSs. So I think that is a major crux of the internet shutdown, vis-a-vis not.
Yeah, that was one question. I wanted to understand the difference.
Yeah, you rightly pointed that out, but the speed is the major crux of
I
it.
wanted to understand why this and not that.
Yeah. Come back.
From Delhi, it's just all over. I really can't do anything about that, but yeah, that's precise. I'm from Delhi. I just see it on both sides, so yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
36 hours.
So government is going to give the final statement, guys.
Fine, we'll reduce it to 24-hour shutdown. 12 hours concession, 24-hour shutdown.
So,
and you vote for me, so yeah.
Thank you.
You were in my team. What CBI inquiry do you want? You were sitting next to me. You were in my team. CBI inquiry.
So, give them the stakeholders big hand. So this is the way the multi-stakeholder works, and it should work. Whether it is from the 24 days to 24 hours. So the consultation process you have seen has given a perspective to each stakeholder what way things are moving in the society and what way it can be done. And there is an improvement in the shutdown in the sense that number of hours has drastically comes down if you understand what kind of shutdown you are needing in a society, in a situation. So there is a win-win for each stakeholder if you go for a stakeholder consultation in a positive way. So this is all for this stakeholder and internet shutdown session. Thank you.
For you all. So all the representatives, please, group photo.